Isidro,
I'm Joni.
and together we are thehammeringman.com. And that's thehammeringman.com because hammeringman.com is a friend of ours who's a carpenter.
Thehammeringman.com.
Thehammeringman.com. And we started, or the business actually started back in '76. So we've been together doing this for a long time. And it started I guess in a sense it started in Key West, Florida, where I was in a van and I had my stump, which I still use every day. And the tools that I used were old railroad spikes that I modified to make anvils. And eventually I worked my way up to Seattle doing shows and ended up here.
Where you met me.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great because there's so much. Isidro was a painter in college,
Right.
and I was a silversmith in college, and so it was really great because Isidro was doing all this silversmithing, and so I was able to help him out because I know what to do, and then that freed me up so that I could have a good time learning watercolor and painting. And so the kids would always say, "Oh, did you ever, you're a painter and Isidro's a silversmith," and yeah.
Kind of traded places.
Yeah. So that was really great, and it just kind of blossomed where Isidro has a definite distinct style, and he is a real technician. For 20 years he made eye surgery tools, so you have to be really very fine, detailed, and so this is a small selection of what we have, and we're happy to be here. Hello to everybody, all our darlings out there.
Yeah.
We're so glad that you're here, and we've had you at the market for years and years, and so
17, I think.
yes.
Crazy good.
So where do we begin? In the beginning.
In the beginning. Yeah. We can start here with, these are the brand new Faraday coil earrings. They're niobium.
I call them Faraday coils because my energy rings was the first thing I created, which was a coil, and it was inspired by Nikola Tesla. So they're basically little coils. And Nikola Tesla's mentor was Michael Faraday. And Michael Faraday was the one that came up with this concept of a coil. And so I call it the Faraday coil. That's how they generated electricity back in those days, and theories that are still being experimented with today. But that's how this Faraday coil came about. And the colors, this is niobium, pure niobium. And the colors are created by running electricity through it, through a machine that I built. And it's basically oxidizing it, and the voltages determine what color is revealed. And so this is like the rainbow by varying the voltage throughout.
And we have one pair of the Christmas tree-like ones.
Oh yeah, this is brand new.
Hand me one of those so I can get a real close-up on those colors. They're just stunning.
Aren't they? What's really amazing is that it's actually a clear oxide coating.
Yeah, there's really no color. It's a refraction of light principle that makes you see the color.
They're just stunning, and they're light. Oh my goodness.
Niobium is very light. It's akin to titanium, which is very light.
And it's hypoallergenic, so you don't
Right, it's the most hypoallergenic material we know of.
Yeah.
Niobium.
And the other thing is that all of our earrings have titanium ear wires, which we can also color. About 5 years ago now, we started using all titanium because it's hypoallergenic, and so that means that none of our ear wires will cause any kind of allergic reaction. Yeah, and that's really important to us. We can switch them out for sterling if somebody wants it. Yeah.
Good to know. Wow, that's terrific.
Yeah, and then we can move down here. These are our hoops, and this is our best seller. They're tiny, so they're 24/7 earrings. You can wear them all the time.
So I call them sleepers.
And we have these in all of the hoops are in brass, and well, not too many in brass.
No, I pretty much don't make brass. It's either gold or sterling or niobium.
Right. That's what I was trying to say. So we have the tiny, and then this is the small, and then this is the medium, and the large.
And look at the colors in those.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, the colors are just rainbow and fun.
And then the
And if
extra
somebody
large.
wanted a specific color that they see in that rainbow, that can be done as well.
Right.
So they can all be one color.
Fascinating.
Yeah, we have a mostly turquoise one that is really popular.
Yeah, those are the most popular as far as other than the rainbow.
Yeah. And then, let's see, I was going to show you these.
These are another spiral
right.
that.
Oh yeah, these are the other niobium, and these are one-piece spirals. And so they just are the ear wire. So it comes on.
Oh, so the back and the spiral are all in. That's beautiful.
Isn't that neat?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so it really gives a nice, looks great with short hair.
Right.
Yeah.
Gosh, those people with short hair, they get to show off all their
I
hair.
know, right? It's true. And then, this is our vortex style that goes along with the vortex style in the energy rings.
So it's the same design in the middle
Yeah.
of the earring.
Right.
Yeah, and then
That's
cool.
beautiful.
Yeah. And then, as you can see, this is also niobium. And the niobium, we can blacken it.
When I heat it to a certain point, it oxidizes it to the max, which makes it appear black.
So this is the natural color of niobium, and this is the blacken. The blacken is a very hardy finish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the niobium oxide is actually harder than niobium, so it's a very strong material.
Yeah.
So,
All
Well,
right.
and the nice thing is I see you have ring sizers for people to try on.
Right.
And then if you're doing that online, tell me how that works.
well, I do have a thing you can print out and cut out the paper. Also, we have these, which are little plastic ring sizers that we mail you if you don't, you can open that.
Oh, excellent.
And it's, yeah.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah, so just ask, it's info@thehammeringman.com, right?
Right.
And just ask and we'll send you one, because it's
Wonderful.
important to have. Everybody should have one.
Yeah. Okay, what else?
Let's see here. And we make all sizes, from teeny tiny to really large. Because we make them one at a time and we custom make your ring for you, we're able to not only make small or really large, we're able to make in-between sizes, like maybe 6 1/4.
This is that sizer. So you can just put it on. Okay, right there. So then it tells you what the size is right there. And
Oh, that's so simple. I love
is,
that.
Yeah, and you
Wow.
can reuse it forever.
Yeah.
right.
Well, till it wears out.
So tell me about your hammering and your copper pieces that I'm looking at there.
Well,
Your tools.
No,
for starters, this
the
is
cuffs?
this is a cuff bracelet, and it has a sterling silver center, and that is textured with a hammer like this. And what's really nice is that all my tools are highly polished. So when I hammer something out, there's very little finishing to do because it reflects this surface on the material. And the back is copper, so it's basically copper with sterling silver, and the copper is smooth, and this is hammered, and then I domed it using a spike similar to this to put a slight dome in it, and that's how that's achieved.
Yep.
So a bracelet like that, what is that?
This is 139.
That's
Mhm.
just lovely.
And then I think it's like 239 for the opposite, where this is silver with a copper insert.
Yeah, we can also do like a silver with a gold insert. And everything that you see here can be made in 14 and 18 karat gold.
Right.
But we
Like-
just, you know.
This is all
Oh, yeah,
14
we have
karat
some.
here. This is my heavy ring. This is 14 karat solid, and it's a 4-turn vortex, and it's 10 gauge, which is heavier than my normal. And this one, we also have a 3-turn wave, which is this guy here. That's the style. And we have a 2-turn wave, which is this one right here.
We had to invent names for them.
Yeah.
And- And they are coils, so you can see with this one that they are not soldered together anywhere. It's made one after the other.
And on the back, it looks like this. And when you make a fist, when you close your hand, it actually collapses like this. So it's very comfortable in that respect. It also has, it's pretty wide, but it's unlike a solid white band, it breathes. And so there's no sweat buildup under the ring.
Wow, I like that. For anybody who's ever had sweat builds up under a ring. Like
Yeah,
I
that was
do.
part of when I first did this, I had a provisional patent, and that was one of the stipulations, that it being a coil, it does that. It breathes.
Let's see here. So the energy ring is, we call it the energy ring metaphysically because it allows inductance, it allows flow. So on our websites, we have a calculator that Isidro built that you can put in that you have a 4-turn vortex in gold, and it'll tell you the amount of flow or inductance that is going through the ring. Now with your body, that really helps because it helps you allow movement of your flow and your energy and your chi, so that you are able to maintain a state of health and harmony easier.
Okay. Yeah, in essence, the coil, if you take any coil that's a conductor, and you put a voltmeter on the end of it, you'll get a reading, and it's generated by the Earth's magnetic pulse. And that's basically the principle behind my energy rings, is that there is a signal, and it's created by the Earth's magnetic pulse. And so when the overwhelming comment that I have is that it's calming or grounding to wear it. So my theory is that because a signal is produced every time the Earth pulses, it kind of synchronizes your body energy to that Earth energy.
Like you're earthing.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
walking
like
in the
Earth.
woods.
Exactly, yeah. And that's kind of where I came up with a calculator, because somebody said, well, how much energy is there? Well, the energy is measured in microhenries, and which is a unit of measure, and it's determined by a formula which tells you how many turns. This is a 3-turn. What's the diameter? Well, on my calculator online, I converted diameters to ring sizes, so that you just put your ring size, number of turns, and it'll tell you how many microhenries of inductance it has.
That is
I know,
absolutely
right?
fascinating.
Yeah, and you know, the other thing that is really exciting is that in the early years when you were coming up with the designs, they were made for Reiki healers.
Oh,
And
right.
so we had like the 2-turn wave, and instead of having the wave, the ends come around it to make a round ring, they were actually about 4
They
inches
varied
long.
in length, but they were like little things sticking out.
They were, and
Like
so,
little
and they
antennas.
would be used by turning it upside down so that the prongs would be coming out this way. And with Reiki, you don't touch the body, so they would be moved over. And the overwhelming feedback again was, can you cut those things off so that we can wear it all the time? And so we did.
So they evolved.
Yeah, and what I've discovered is that when you are, that your energy ring rarely flips over, rarely turns. However, if it does turn over onto the back, that means that you need to, your body knows, and you need to release more energy, and so it moves out at a quicker rate. And so it's just an observation.
Thank you for sharing that. Wow, I'm absolutely fascinated by that.
Well, it's a fascinating kind of field to be in because it enables you to have health and beauty all in the same story. Yeah. Yeah.
And then we started putting stones in them.
Yeah.
Here's like the vortex kind of lends itself. It's like a little cradle. So I started putting some stones in, and then on another one I put rivets. I used to do a lot of riveting. Like let's see, where's the little bracelet that has? Well, rivets like this right here. This is a bracelet, and I have all these silver rivets in it. And I started getting smaller rivets so that I could actually do something like this, where these are little gold rivets on a blackened niobium ring.
Well, put that on your finger, would you please, so we can see that really better.
Let's see if I can
Oh
get
my gosh, that's just beautiful.
Okay.
Ah.
I don't have a finger that fits. Let's see.
It doesn't
There
have
we
to
go.
fit all
Here
the
we
way.
go.
Just, yeah, that's lovely.
And it stays that shiny, and the blackened finish on there is very silky.
Right. I've noticed that after I blacken it and polish it, it's very slippery. It's almost like a Teflon coat or something. It's just very slippery, and it lasts forever, and it doesn't tarnish at all. If it gets smudges on it, the way to clean it or buff it is to just do that, and
Wow.
it takes all the marks off.
And the one thing about niobium is that you can't solder it.
Right. That's why a lot of jewelers that fabricate don't use it, because you can't solder it, you can't put it together. But it lends itself really well to a coil.
Right.
So it's ideal for what I'm doing.
Sure, makes sense.
Why don't you explain the difference between we're fabricators and lost wax casting, the
Yeah.
traditional jewelers
A
do
lot of
that.
people think that I cast, that I do things in wax and cast it. I don't. I hammer everything out. And most of it starts with either sheet or wire. And casting is a different story. You start out with wax and you can create something and then cast it, and it appears in metal. And so it's quite a different technique, where one you're working with wax and the other one you're actually working the metal. And I really enjoy working the metal, and that's why I went in this direction. Even though I started doing some casting in the early days, but that fell off favor very soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then this is a sterling ring with 14 karat gold rivets.
Again, the rivets, yeah. And of course, to put the rivets in there, I have a railroad spike that I've modified, and it's like very, very tiny little anvil that goes inside the ring so that I can hammer on the backside.
Wow.
And the rivets are chamfered, which means that, like in the bead stores when they teach you how to rivet, you hammer the top, you hammer the bottom, and that's how it stays in. However, on ours with the chamfer, the hole that you put the rivet in is angled. And so that way, when you hammer the top, you're able to flush cut the bottom so that you don't have anything showing on there. It just looks like a silver dot or a gold dot.
Right.
And then these are really cool. These are a 2-turn wave with ring with 3 silver rivets, and then it has an insert so you can wear it or not.
Oh, it comes completely out.
Completely,
It does, yeah.
completely off. Yeah. And so we have quite a few of those, and then like this one, and these are $2.25. And then this one is a small one, and it's got a round wire in it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, I thought we had one
Mock
that was,
pavé.
I think, oh, this one. So this one has a band in it that is, it's actually a cast band that we bought the wire for. And then it just slips in, so you can change it out. Sometimes you can put a stacker in there and have a stone coming out. That's pretty fun.
Oh, right. That's, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the 2-turn wave, and then you can see this is the 3-turn wave, and then we have, I don't think we do a 4-turn wave
I made one
anymore.
or two, but
Yeah.
they get pretty wide
Yeah.
at that point. Then,
Yeah.
So
So then we
that was a
have
custom.
a 1-turn, oh, like this. This is from our big event with the moon ring, the blue moon ring. And so this is called a 1-turn. And then we have the 2-turn vortex. And then we have a 3-turn vortex somewhere.
That's okay.
And then the 4-turn vortex. And those are the styles, but I wanted to show you that this is the 2-turn vortex with wings in. And that's really nice because it gives you a nice top and a nice narrow bottom.
Right.
And then we can also put stones in there.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite designs there.
And then this is the 2-turn wave, wings in.
As opposed to the vortex with wings in.
Yeah, so you can kind of see the difference.
And that's a natural finish type niobium.
Yeah, it's really it's a pretty ring. I like the niobium because there's so many things. You can do a rainbow color or a specific color,
Right.
or black.
Like this is a real good sample of the rainbow of colors that can be achieved with
Right.
niobium. And we actually had, the texture here is done with a hammer that I've basically ground up with a diamond burr and made a texture on it, which gives me this texture when I hammer it.
And it kind of glistens in the sun. And our daughter-in-law said, "Oh, it looks like pave," which is like a
Right.
carpet of diamonds. And so I was meditating on it, and I thought, kept seeing a turtleneck, a mock turtleneck, and I was like, "Ah, mock pave," and so that's what we call it.
That's great.
That became real popular online. Mock pave. I had inserts for these that were mock pave and mock pave bracelets.
Oh, because this is a mock pave that I've been wearing for probably
Copper.
3 years in copper. It's a really nice finish for copper. I wear it all the time, and this is gates up, and it has 2 chrysoprase in there, and it's so comfortable.
And what's this?
Oh, this is my good eye. About 5 years ago, I started changing the vibration of the traditional evil eye beads to what I call the good eye. And so instead of reflecting evil back to the sender, which does nothing for world peace, the good eye absorbs everything that is sent to you and changes it to agape, unconditional love, and returns that to the sender, which is beautiful for world peace. And I'm in the process of having my own color made, but these are in the good eye. And these are my chakra bracelets. These are my chakra bracelets. I do all sorts of fun. They're all elastic. I use a glitter elastic, of course. And they are...
Tell me what that means, a glitter elastic.
The silicone inside here, I think this is a gold one, has glitter in it.
Oh, okay.
So if you shine the light on there. Yeah. So I do these for like anxiety, for migraine, headache relief, specific illnesses, and then they're designed specifically for you. And my Etsy site is wearyourtherapy.etsy.com.
I love that. Wearyourtherapy.etsy.com.
Yes. Yeah. So.
And then there's these.
Oh yeah.
This is beautiful, and those are my two favorite ones right there.
These are fun. These are Swarovski crystals and natural garnets. And this took 3 strands to get all the perfect beads out of the strands to make that. It has the extender on there, so it's quite lovely. Yeah. And then this is 1 strand of tourmalines. So there's blue, yellow, green, and they're just marvelous. Tourmalines are a very high vibration, really help with making sure that you are using all of your gifts. Yeah, it's a cool one.
Oh my gosh, I love that. What an education we're getting here. Okay.
And then I did want to point out the money clips, because it's holidays.
Oh yeah, for men.
And or women.
Or
I use one in my purse, so that it's enables me to keep my
these
bills
really
together.
work well. And I tried to see how many bills I could fit in there. And I think it was
how many?
It was like 18 or 19 bills, maybe more, I forget. But you can fit a lot of bills in it. And
$100 bills? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
absolutely. And then, in fact,
Some money is thicker than other money, really?
One comment that I had online was, I can't get the clip to go over, I don't know, 50 bills. And so I suggested get bigger denomination. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Now
So, well, I wanted to mention about when you are measuring yourself for a bracelet, any of the bracelets that we have here, you take an exact measurement of your wrist.
Here, let me measure you and I'll explain.
Because when you do that, that enables Isidro and his expertise.
So when you tell me the size, you just do this, and wherever it falls, without pulling tight or without allowing anything extra, and it'll tell you, okay, 6.5 inches. And that's the measurement I need to make a perfect fit bracelet.
And if you want it, like some people like theirs tight, some like them loose, then you're able to, you would say that I like to wear mine loose. I like it like a bangle. And so then we have this handy gauge, and we measure it on here. So no matter what type beads or metal that we use, we're able to...
It'll be the right size.
It'll be the right size for you. So we'll do the compensating, not you.
That's
right,
awesome.
Right.
Yeah. And your question?
Oh, I was just going to say, I noticed that you have some single knots down here with stones on them, and we haven't talked about those yet.
We do.
So
And they're not online either.
Right, this is something that isn't online, but they're just basically the Celtic love knot is real popular, and I was able to put little stones in it. This is a peach moonstone, and just about any stone you want. You can order whatever you want. The other Celtic design was this guy, which was a Twin Peaks ring. I call it Twin Peaks because we were watching Twin Peaks many years ago, and there was a fellow playing the shakuhachi, which is a Japanese end-blown flute, which I also play and make. And he had that ring on. I said, wow. So I stopped the video and I looked real close.
And he
and
said,
I saw what
give
he
me
did.
a half an hour.
So I came back and came up with a design that was a traditional Celtic design, but it was from that I
Fascinating.
found it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then these are our Russian wedding rings. We also call them 3-ring binders.
Yeah, I came up with that one.
I know. Because there are 3 rings that are together, and then they are made to roll on the finger. And then we found out that they're also called Russian wedding rings.
Right.
We have those, and let's see, and then we have spinners. These are meditation rings. I like to wear mine on my index finger because they're fun to play with, which is the point. When you are working at relieving stress, it enables you to move it out, move the stress out. We also have a report of a principal using it under the table when she was talking to a parent, and that it was very helpful.
Yeah, I love
And
the
the
feedback
parent
we
probably
get.
needed one. And then you have beautiful bracelets and necklaces here.
Yeah, this I started teaching myself to engrave, and that's kind of what this is. This is hand engraved with just a hand tool,
And that's mountains and trees for the
mountains
So is
and
this-
trees. Mhm.
This is I am a divine being.
Oh right, text.
And then on the back of this twirly
this
thing,
is-
you have something really fun. So let's look at that
this is
real
something
quick.
that- I have a 3D printer that I built many years ago, and mostly I use it just for making tools to make this jewelry. And this is something that I came up with, which was chainmail. So it's almost like cloth, but it's actually 3D printed plastic, when the plastic is actually made out of cornstarch. So it's all biodegradable earrings. There's seahawks right here.
And that's the same material that the TARDIS
The same
is
as the
made
TARDIS. Mhm.
out of.
And pretty much any color you want, I can do it. But this was fun because basically you design one link that works, and then you just put it together on a computer, and then you print it.
That is fascinating.
It was a lot of fun. Time to wrap it up.
Thank you so much. We appreciate
Yes,
you,
thank you.
and happy holidays, and
Tell us where we can shop.
TheHammeringMan.com. I also have an Etsy website, which is my name, Isidro.etsy.
which is isidro.etsy.com.
Can we buy online and you'll ship to us?
Absolutely. All we're doing now is online and shipping. Yeah.
That's
And-
right. Free shipping.
Right, free shipping.
And if you need a specific size, get a sizer. We can send it to you, and then we will make whatever size you need. And this is my list. And yeah, and we appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Well,
we
thank you.
appreciate
We
the Everett
appreciate
Farmers
you.
Market.
Thank you.
So
Yep.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Keep up the great
Great
work.
education today. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.